now. I'm gonna make it happen.
Alright, we're back again for another episode of Cooking with Booze. I'll be your host, chef, and bartender. Dig booze. Cheers. On this episode, we're going to be making ribs, and we're going to make a great bourbon barbecue sauce to smother all over it. We're going to be drinking bourbon. So today I'm having it on the rocks. I'm actually a little bit under the weather, so I figured what's better than a little bourbon on the rocks. So you probably know Christopher Columbus was the first person to discover America, but did you know that he actually was the first to discover barbecue sauce and bring it back to Europe from his first trip? And today we're going to be making a Memphis style barbecue sauce. It's going to be great on these ribs. So let's start on that. The first thing we did was we got some spare ribs and we boiled them in hot water with salt on a really low temperature for about an hour and a half. One kind of small to medium sized red onion. It's making me cry. So the great thing about this barbecue sauce are the onions in it. This really puts it above the rest of the barbecue sauces, the KC masterpiece. And so we're going to get these nice little fine pieces like we have them, but just enough to say, I'm eating a little bit of onion. About a tablespoon of oil in the pan. Add the onion. So while those are kind of getting started, we're going to cut up a little bit of garlic. We also want the garlic cut nice and finely like the onion. And you know what? I'm a Heinz guy. I am. But whenever I do my barbecue sauce, I find that just like the ghetto ketchup that you get at the grocery store, like the brand of the grocery store, is actually the best. I don't know why. So now we're going to add in the vinegar, and we have a white wine vinegar, 3 tablespoons of vinegar. Okay. Let's add in a little bit of mustard. So we're going to put in that's about a tablespoon. Why don't we add a little bit of that in now? So we're going to have to add in a good amount. And I'm going to add a little more to my belly right now. And up next, we're going to go with molasses. I'm hoping that this molasses is the right kind. The one I'm used to using has my grandma's face on it, but this one doesn't. About maybe a teaspoon, depending on how smoky you like it. So we just added in the liquid smoke, and now it's got a really nice smokiness to it, and that's what barbecue sauce is. That's what makes a barbecue sauce, not a ketchup. Have you guys ever noticed how people that are really picky eaters always like barbecue sauce? They like chicken tenders and barbecue sauce. So this is something we can all get down on. To finish it off, we're going to add a little bit of salt, some pepper. And I like a lot of pepper. It tastes great. Got a nice color. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn down the heat a little bit and just let it sit for about 10 minutes and all come together. And I'm going to have a little bit more whiskey. So now the barbecue sauce is done, what we're going to do is we're going to take the ribs and cover them in the barbecue sauce. All over those ribs. Yes. Good, good, good. So here we have the smothered and covered, delicious looking ribs here. We're going to stick them in the oven on broil. It's hot. Okay. And then we eat. I'm hungry. En serio. Keep it up. Now, this is the first episode that we've done with spirits, and it might be the last episode. I can't handle the spirits like I can handle the beer and the wine, but we can still look forward to the ribs being delicious. So now, we're going to take out the ribs from the broiler. Let's hope that they're looking good. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to cut the ribs into single ribs. Now we have our ribs all cut up. We're going to put them back into the pan that we're cooking them in because there's still some sauce in there and we want them all covered in that sauce. We're going to stick them back in the oven for like 2 more minutes. Get them nice and golden. And then we're going to eat. So now we're going to take the ribs out. Look at that. They look great. Let's plate them up. Let's go eat them. Come on. Well, it's been another great time and another great episode. Thanks for joining us. Let's try the food. Good gosh. I used to like the bourbon. I don't know if I feel the same way right now about it.